Good morning from the Ubiquitous Chip. I'm here with Will Allen, the manager.
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning,
morning.
Will.
Nice to see
Lovely
you.
light in here.
Yeah,
It's a nice spot.
it's a little bit grey today, but doing all right.
This is a room, this is a building that means quite a lot to people in Glasgow. In your time here, have like the conversations that you have when people come in here, you must hear a lot of stories about people who've had a long-term connection
Yeah,
with
absolutely.
the chip.
I mean, you hear sort of generational stories, people coming in on the first date, they met here, they got married here, had their kids have had their first date here. So yeah, I mean, loads and loads of stories, people whose faces are still on the wall who come in and tell you that, Malcolm's over there and we've got Brian Finney at the back who still comes in every day for a pint.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an important place in Glasgow. Lots of people have come through these walls. Everyone seems to have worked here at some point. Yeah,
or at least has a story to tell. So next stage, there's some exciting things happening here. What's happening over the summer?
Yeah, so big refurb. I think the important thing is that we're sort of keeping the essence of the place. A lot of the stuff that's going on is just sort of setting ourselves up to sort of move into the next sort of 10, 20 years. But yeah, exciting time. It's what we've been waiting for a year or so now. And we've known it's been coming. Now that we've got the sort of green light, it's just very exciting. So a lot of work being done in the kitchens, a lot of work being done on the roof, and touch-ups here and there in the bars and that kind of stuff, new furniture. And yeah, just exciting time for us, really.
If you can hear the slight calming trickle of water in the background, that's because we're actually sitting right beside the carp pond, which is a feature of the Ubiquitous Chip. From here, you can see murals that are throughout the building that were produced by Alasdair Gray that are increasingly an important part of the heritage of the West End. It's not often you do a renovation of a restaurant where you've got to think about ponds and artwork of that scale.
No. I mean, it's been
a
little bit of a headache in terms of trying to figure out how we're going to navigate around that. But the most important thing is that we're keeping the pond and we're keeping the murals, and everything's going to be really looked after. But yeah, it's a bit of a unique place. I think it's caused a few headaches for the people having to design things, but it also is for the better when you have to work around these things. I think it makes people think about things. And,
definitely, and it'll be great to see it back as it should be. So, in terms of new stuff, this room will have a bit of a makeover. Essence will stay the same, but the wee bar, which is one of my favourite parts of this building,
going to be a not so wee bar.
Right. So the wee bar's getting an upgrade in terms of it's going to get a little bit of an extension, right?
Yeah, so I think if you look at it from the outside, it's probably not going to look too different. So again, very much keeping the sort of essence of the place. But we're knocking through into the bookies that were acquired about a year or so ago now. And that's going to be split up into bits. So we've got a little bit of a sort of snug area going through the back. A little bit of the kitchen's going through into there as well. Just to give the guys a little bit more space for prep and storage and that kind of thing. But yeah, I think if you were to walk past it, it wouldn't really look too different. You might just see a little doorway that goes into a nice little hidden bit at the back.
Yeah.
And again, very much in keeping with everything that's been there and making sure that we're still on the forefront of all the whiskey stuff that's going on.
There's a little bit of a pause. Hospitality, it's a fairly full throttle existence. As you have a little bit of a pause and you have the opportunity to look around Glasgow this summer, what kind of places are your favourite parts of town?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, I think a lot of the stuff that's going on in South Side at the moment is great. In terms of restaurants, I love the stuff that the guys at Big Counter are doing. There's some great new places. The Margot and Seb's underneath it are both fantastic. I've only been a couple of times to Seb's, once to Margot. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, when I get days off, I just kind of do what I do for my job, which is go and eat food and drink nice wine. So
it's a good hobby.
Yeah.
So the kitchen, is chef happy about having a chance to kind of really get the kitchen in shape?
I think the big change is going to be upstairs. I think it's going to really set us up to be able to do a little bit more high volume, a little bit faster paced, obviously still keeping the sort of essence of all that sort of Scottish produce. But, you know, I've had a look at some of the ideas for menus. Not going to give too much away just yet, but it's going to be a little bit different. And the kitchen itself will be set up for us to kind of do that and, you know, be able to cater to a few more people, slightly higher volume, all those kind of things, which has been quite difficult to do over the past few years with the sort of space that's available to us. So yeah, it's exciting up there.
Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to coming back and seeing what it's like when all the work's finished. Best of luck and have a great summer.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.